Peace, everybody. What's good? This is about Coach Malachi Williams, and you are now attuned to True Media Today USA Boxing. Let's go.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
All right, everybody, check this out. I just got through listening to an interview that was conducted by Around the Way podcast with Adrien Broner, right? Shout out to those boys over there, the Around the Way podcast. You guys did a phenomenal job. You asked the questions that the people wanted answers to. So salute to you guys. I will be supporting you guys from this point forward. Now, Adrien Broner was asked a specific question about why is it that people from the PBC, it seemed as though they turned down money from Eddie Hearn. You know, you even had Tank Davis saying that, he showed, well, hey, Eddie Hearn offered me $10 million to fight. I turned it down, and they just turned down crazy money. A lot of these situations, these fighters at the PBC, certain fighters, they're offered more money than what they're being paid over there from the Showtimes and on the PBC side of the fence. And he said, "What is it? Why you guys don't rock with Eddie Hearn? What is it about Eddie Hearn?" Or ask Adrien Broner, why do these guys turn these big money fights down? And Adrien Broner said that, is it, the question was asked, is it more loyalty to Al? And he said it's more loyalty. It's basically loyalty. And this is the reason why a lot of these fighters, they'll turn down big money. More money that they're making where they're at, they'll turn that down, you know what I mean? Because they want to be loyal to Al. That's one. But he also spoke about the relationships in boxing and how, hey, man, you don't want to ruffle certain relationships with someone like an Al Haymon if you're over there, because a lot of things can potentially go wrong for you if you do that. So a lot of these guys, it could be just basically, out of fear for ruffling that relationship, blind loyalty, no matter what it is, what it may be. So, as a matter of fact, let me let you guys hear exactly what the question was and what Adrien Broner said. Let me let you guys hear that. And tell me what you think.
Why these niggas don't want to fuck with Eddie Hearn? Like, why is it that none of y'all, like, even see Javante put a shit out like, yo, this nigga sent me $10 million. Like, I'm not taking, like, why is it, what is it about Eddie Hearn that, like, or is it the loyalty to Al? I don't know, like, what is it honestly, Eddie Hearn that y'all don't rub y'all the wrong way? Because y'all don't even care about the money, obviously.
It really don't be about the money. It's about, because in boxing, it comes your relationships with the higher ups.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some people just be so deep in with a motherfucker like, hey man, even though the money be so like, you know what I mean? But they just can't go over there. They just can't get over there.
Well, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying Al Haymon. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name,
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name the names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
But
is it loyalty or niggas are scared to go over there?
Yeah, it's loyalty, but there comes a time where it's like, look, nigga.
You can't be too loyal to hurt yourself, though.
It can't.
You heard what he said? He said, is it loyalty or niggas just scared? Now, Adrien Broner didn't want to say dudes were scared, but in boxing, there's a lot of that stuff go on. Like, again, read from the 5 heartbeats.
I need to talk to you right now about my royalties and how you keep your books.
My office hours are from 9 to 5.
Fuck your office hours. I need to talk to you right now, motherfucker.
These fighters are held captive a lot of times by their promotional companies or their financial advisors. The fighters, we look at them as warriors in the ring, but, in gladiators, and they're their own boss because they can physically do things to people in the ring. But the most physical warriors in boxing are the power brokers, the promoters. And they will break a fighter up in a minute. And that's just me saying that. Fighters know and understand, hey, man, certain lines we can't cross. It doesn't matter. Like you've seen situations where Deontay Wilder was offered $120 million to fight on DAZN, and he rejected that. I actually have the video where Shelly Finkel was right there, confirmed it. Shelly Finkel, Deontay Wilder was standing right next to him, and he said that we think that, this fight will be bigger later on down the line. And, You know, there are situations where people like Daniel Jacobs, he left, like, man, damn this, I'm finna go over here where they paying me M's more than what I'm making over here. So you got certain fighters, they don't see that loyalty shit. They like, listen, man, we going where the money is at, and you know, whoever's paying us, that's what we're gonna go at. But then some fighters, they'll turn down the money because of their loyalty and relationship to someone, even if that person or that promoter or advisor is paying them less money.
Come on, man. Come on, y'all.
And it could be a variety of things that, you know, that advisor could still owe them money. That promoter could still owe them money. They could be in a situation financially to where they can't leave. They're afraid to leave or whatever. You know what I mean? But let's continue to hear what AB got to say.
It comes a time where like, look, bro, they talking about giving me this. If y'all ain't talking about giving me this, then I gotta go over there and get this money.
Period. Yeah. Period. Facts.
So what everybody just seen me do was like, hey, look, Al, you know, I fuck with you. Stephen F. knows, you know, I love y'all to death. And I always,
They still fuck with you. I seen Espinosa talk about you like a week ago.
Always will. I talk to Al damn near every day still.
So you talk to Al every day?
To go get this money.
Shit too sweet.
What? I gotta go get this money. And that's what I did. And we right here with BLK Prime.
Let's go, BLK Prime. Y'all boys go get that shit. Order the fight, February 25th. BLK Prime is on your...
Now, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. On YouTube, you'll hear guys say all kind of crazy stuff. But just a bunch of broke dudes on YouTube, just a bunch of broke niggas on YouTube. You know, like they talk about, yeah, you need to be loyal to this and loyal to that. Like listening to guys on YouTube that are not even loyal themselves. They would talk about certain fighters need to be loyal to certain promotional companies unless it's a top rank, right? If it's a fighter that's signed the top rank, they need to lead the right racist devil, but be loyal to Al Haymon or be loyal to whoever we choose to be loyal, who we want you to be loyal to. It's crazy. And they give you an example of one fighter, maybe two fighters. And that's the only example that they can show. And they make it seem as though that represents how everybody on this record label staff or crew feels, which is not true. The other thing is this. How can guys, especially on social media, talk to you about loyalty when they don't show loyalty themselves? You have dudes, they'll be down with one fighter 1 minute, down with one YouTube channel, then 1 minute, be on panels together, and the next minute they dissing each other, cursing each other out, and threatening each other. But yet they want to get mad at a fighter because they want him to be loyal to a promotional company that they don't make a dime on.
And no disrespect to you, brother. I'm not attacking you, but I want to deal with what you said because you just enunciated one of the major intellectual handicaps of the Negro psyche.
This our company. But dude, you dudes don't even show loyalty to yourselves on social media. You'll switch up. How many channels were down with each other on social media? On NYTBC, 1 minute they're down with each other, and the next minute they're dissing each other. So you want me to follow the logic, believe that you need to be loyal to a PBC or Al Haymon or a Top Rank or whoever the case may be. You want fighters to be loyal to promotional companies that you don't have anything to do with in one breath, but yet in another breath, you don't show loyalty amongst yourselves. So you don't even practice that what you want the fighter to exercise in his life as it relates to you living vicariously through your promotional company or your fighter. Make it make sense.
Come on, man. Come on, y'all.
You see what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people will chump off what Adrien Broner is saying because the stuff that Adrien Broner says doesn't fit the narrative or doesn't fit the preconceived notions that you already want to believe. So when you already want to believe something and someone says something contrary to that what you want to believe, you will always dismiss it because it doesn't line up with your fragile core beliefs. Because, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. You know, so very fickle. A lot of you guys are very fickle. You know, 1 minute you're one way, next minute you're another way. So I'm more inclined to listen to people who are more on the inside. And it makes sense. The blind loyalty going to keep your ass broke. Getting paid allowances, getting paid stipends on your money, you know, it's going to keep your ass broke. I can promise you this. There are going to be quite a few fighters in the future when, you know, it's going to be years later on down the line. They are going to reflect and look at all the money they left on the table when they had an opportunity to get that money.
And I'm telling you the God's honest truth.
Right now, it sounds cool. It sounds good. You know what I mean? But boy, yeah, it's going to be some years. And Adrien Broner is realizing that. He like, man, I messed up the first or second time when I got offered a lot of money before. This time, I'm not going to do it. He manned up, told Al, you heard what he said. Look, man, I got to go get this money, man. The loyalty is over with. So now, people who are pro PBC, they're going to be upset about that, even though they broke, smoking on the Nick Sack and Reggie, ain't got no money, got a net worth of 2 figures. They're going to be upset with another man who finna get 8 figures from another company while they're at home playing the PS5 at their baby mama's Section 8 apartment, smoking on the Nick Sack with a net worth of 2 figures. They're going to be upset about that. I wish you guys would apply that loyalty to the YouTube channels who you switch out on. Apply that loyalty to yourselves. Apply that loyalty to your wives, your children, your girlfriends, whatever the case may be. Because I think Adrien Broner is doing the right thing. Let's continue.
Your phone.
We gonna be in the A for that, boy.
We go to the A for this shit, man.
We gonna be in the A for that.
Yeah, I will be at that fight. Atlanta, I will be in that fight in Atlanta.
BLK Prime is going to be around for a long time. And I'm not just saying that because I'm with him. I'm saying that because what's going on in the world right now. A lot of people and a lot of these boxers don't even see what boxing is changing into, and
boxing is changing,
how the game is changing, and BLK Prime was ahead of the game, and I think they're going to be a big deal in boxing.
Now I totally agree with that. The things are changing in boxing, and I think a lot of people they don't see the change. They're still stuck on the way it was yesterday, but the way it was yesterday is totally different the way it is today, and certain people that are around today not going to be around tomorrow. Things are changing. Things have changed, and a lot of people don't see it because they're stuck on where it was. And I think this is the issue. But as the year 2023 materializes, you're going to see a lot more stuff that you rejected in the past. You're going to be forced to accept the reality of the current situation. Let's continue.
In the boxing.
Okay. That's what's up. They put in a big fight the other day with Terrence Crawford and David Neeson and
yeah, that shit was sold out.
Cyborg, yeah. That shit was sold out. I seen it. But you know people be hating though, man.
Nah, they did good numbers. They did some good numbers too.
That's what's up. And that's black owned?
Yeah.
Yeah? That's what's up.
Yeah, my nigga Daz.
I seen you put a picture up and say,
black owned.
Know this man, you cover him up.
Black owned, huh?
Yeah. So AB now, right?
So he's talking about I think in this segment he's going to go into. He also spoke about he think the Terrence Crawford Spence fight is going to happen in 2023. You ought to know my position. That shit ain't gonna happen. They don't. Al Haymon ain't making that shit happen. It is what it is. For some reason, when it comes to Crawford, it's all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Crawford has fought several PBC fighters at 140 pounds. There was never an issue with him fighting a PBC fighter until he came to the welterweight division.
But why do we not have Spence Crawford in boxing right now? Why is that fight not taking place right now?
You know, it's interesting. Terry, I got a call a few weeks ago, and some guys were trying to explain to me what happened. And because they had, a couple of promoters, I'm not going to mention their names, but they had a problem with the fact that, I was calling out promoters. And I said, listen, it's the truth. The fact of the matter is that until you show me a fighter that's running from another fighter, I'm going to look at the promoters because y'all are holding the sports hostage. I said, this is why I've raved about Dana White for the UFC all the time. I don't get into a lot of stuff, and I don't get into a lot of stuff that a lot of people get into, but I will tell you this. Dana White gives the UFC fans the fights they want to see when they want to see it. He's not making them wait 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. You want to see this fight? You willing to pay to see this fight? I'm going to give it to you right now.
He was with Bob Arum, and he was with the wrong promoter, wrong side of the street, this, that, yada, 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 wrong network. He was still with Bob Arum in 140 pounds. There was never a situation like that at all. 135 and 140. But you know what I mean? So I just think that, it is what it is. I think it is what it is as related to that guy. But tell me, you guys tell me what do you think? What do you think about what Adrien Broner said as it relates to blind loyalty, as it relates to, hey man, sometimes you got to do what you got to do in order to take care of your family. Being loyal to a fault. And there is such thing as being loyal to a fault. You see that several times. I understand you guys who like to live vicariously through these promotional companies, but you ain't making a dime on it. And you guys are not loyal to yourselves. So a lot of the guys, this is for the guys who I'm talking to, who this message may resonate with as it relates to the blind loyalty and the fakerism that's going on. I think Adrien Broner did the right thing. But tell me, you guys tell me, what do you think? Do you think that Adrien Broner has a point? Or do you think that no, fighters should turn down all types of money, even if they're making more money than where they're at right now, and just be blind loyalty, get stipends and stuff like that? Tell me what you guys think, man. Leave your comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to this video. This is our boy, Coach Malachi Williams, signing out. True Media Today, USA Boxing. We do have a show today at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I see you guys there. Don't beat me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.